for a little bit. Run us in, Meep.
Alrighty. Hello, and welcome to FMK Anime. I am your host, Meep, joined by my co-hosts, Ember and Limus. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
This is gonna be fun.
God damn it, Meep.
Sorry, someone was talking to me. What?
You're doing the rest of our intro?
What? I told you two to say hi!
We did!
Then tell them where they can find you.
Oh my god, we need to talk about this opening, because we did this all season last season. Hey!
We're always saying where we can find each other at the opening.
Yeah, but you gotta read us in. God damn it. Well, fuck it, whatever. We'll talk about this later. You can find me at limus.card.co, or you can find me a little bit everywhere on the internet. Such as here on YouTube, where we are streaming now, because fuck Twitch and all the bullshit that's happening there now.
Yeah. And then, I guess for me, you can just basically find me at Ember the Unusual on fucking Twitter. That's about it.
So yes.
I should get other things, but I don't.
I know.
And this is a show where each week we watch a list of anime.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to do some editing on this one.
This is a
Yeah, you
show
cut
where
out.
each week we watch a list of anime. 10 anime each week. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me start again.
Okay, start again. Fresh audio file so I have a place to cut. Okay, go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FMK Anime. I'm your host, Meep, joined by my co-hosts, Ember and Lewis. Say hello, you two.
Hello.
Hi.
And this is a show where each week we watch a list of anime. 10 anime in total. At the end of the week, we can cut one.
This is our second time doing this, baby. Cut 2. Hi, I'm Limus. You can find me at limus.card.co, where you can find me everywhere, including YouTube, where we are right now, and streaming, where we will be streaming for the foreseeable future, because fuck Twitch.
You know what? Platinum End is a good show to start with, because I want to fucking die. Let's start with our first show, Platinum End Episode 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to machete this one, but okay, I think we got it.
Yeah, I will fully admit I was not even able to watch the entirety of that episode. Just fuck this show, dude. Fuck this show.
Oh,
How far did you get?
Like, I think I got maybe not even 5 minutes into this thing. There was so much being thrown at my face. I'm just like, no, this is actual torture.
Well,
well,
Mirai is a depressed... Oh, sorry.
sorry. No, go.
Mirai is a depressed boy who tries to kill himself, but is saved by a guardian angel who gives him wings and an arrow. Using the arrow, he learns his aunt and uncle killed his family, and he causes his aunt to commit suicide. After, he learns of the white arrow and what it means to be a god candidate. This episode does something that a lot of anime
Yeah, right.
lately do that I don't like. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was.
Nope.
You go.
Gotta work around that desync.
Yeah, am I? I feel like I'm echoing in your thing.
Are
No,
you?
wait.
Oh, it's only
Wait,
when he push to talk. He's got push to talk on, so it's fine.
Okay, yeah. It's like I said. Within not even the first 5 minutes,
Oh
this
no.
show was giving me an entire season's worth of exposition, dude. Too much.
Yeah?
I here and I'm handing out band-aids for how fucking edgy this show is for anyone who got cut.
Yeah, I sent you guys that screenshot where it was just literally the dude is just standing there. I have known this bitch for 2 seconds, and he's just like, all right, time to die.
Yeah. Okay. They speed through his backstory in one episode, and this is something that a lot of anime does lately that I don't like. Fire Force did it. There are a ton of other anime have done it. I I don't like it, because we've known this character for a total of 5 seconds, and suddenly we're getting his entire tragic backstory, and I
Yes.
just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it's characterization through backstory, and I've seen it happen way too much. Like, yeah, Fire Force did it. It was one of the big things that turned me off of Soul Eater. But yeah, where it's just like we don't even know like any character traits about this person. We barely even know their name, and we've already learned about their dark and brooding backstory and why they tried to kill themselves and shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the fact that it was like told to us by this one big who also shows up out of fucking nowhere. It's not even shown at all. There's like a half-assed attempt at showing stuff, but it's mostly just told straight at us. Like, oh, by the way, your parents died. What?
I kind of like that because like we're setting up this angel as like she's this alien force, like completely like she's supposed to be kind, like it is said in like mythologies and stuff about angels. Like she's super kind and stuff and upfront about things, but you can tell she's obviously like on such a different reality than everyone else, and is like so disconnected from humanity in a point.
Just-
And I think she's way more interesting of a character than our main boy because I like this interpretation of an angel because like he commands his using the red arrow that makes people fall in love with him. He commands his aunt to kill himself. And then she's just like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Like people die all the time. Here, look. She's dead now." And just so casually, not knowing that like the trauma that this dude must be going through it, saying that he just fucking made his aunt kill herself.
Yeah, like,
I mean-
oh,
To be fair, he did also make his aunt kill herself.
Yeah.
yeah, because
He's got problems too.
I'm pretty sure the angel is probably what the precursor to Ryuk in Death Note was, because this was the Death Note author's first work, so... She's definitely like your Ryuk, and yeah, no, she is definitely more interesting than him. Well, why don't you just kill your uncle, Forehead? Oh, but you know, his kids never did anything and weren't suicide. Oh, I'll give you the white arrow. Like, it's just, she talks like killing is no big deal, and it's like, hold on, you're gonna need to take 3 steps back there, hon.
Yeah, I am fully expecting her to turn out to be like horribly, horribly evil and possibly the devil.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, either that or they're just holding on to the whole angels being disconnected from reality and kind of alien to us.
Yeah, I think that's what's trying to go for, because this author always depicts, like, very Christian things in very, like, egotistical ways. Like, especially in Death Note, all of the, like, religion motifs were supposed to service, essentially the main character's god complex.
I guess I can see that.
Yeah, no, this main character, bland as fuck so far.
Yeah, and I think that's a big problem with it. But, however, I like the premise being set up here. Yeah, because one thing I think you missed at the end there is that we get to see a little bit of... We hear, like, the angel offhand mentions that, oh yeah, also, by the way, saying that I saved your life now, you're gonna have to fight a bunch of other people in a battle royale in order to become God. And, yeah, we see one of the competitors of that, and he's in, like, a full-ass mech suit and shit. And... I'm interested in that. I'm interested in the death battle fight more than I am more than I am the turmoil of this one dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Although something that made me feel a bit uneasy about it in the opening, it shows the main character getting one of those mech suits. I hope that's not a thing that every candidate gets, because I don't want to watch the Power Rangers. I'm not gonna lie.
Oof. You're not into this becoming, like, super edgy Sentai?
I'm not into this becoming edgy Power Rangers, no.
I think the designs look fine.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I can give this show is it does look fairly pretty.
Yeah.
But other shows on this list do that better.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, I'll agree. This episode, very fucking edgy. Like, speeds through this character's backstory way too fast. Doesn't give him enough character besides, I'm depressed and abused.
He's just Harry Potter.
He's just Harry Potter. But we get to see the shit that J.K. Rowling is probably trying to retroactively write into her story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is one thing I will give the show to. I love its effects on the blood. The actual edgy stuff when it's animated looks really good. Like the angel wings and everything looked good. Like I love the design of the angel. So far she's the most interesting part of the show for me.
Yeah. I like the way that the arrows look too. The weird red and white alien crystals and stuff like that. And yeah. And that's one thing that got me really excited for the whole battle royale portion of the show. There being different colors of arrows. So like obviously the red one's the mind control. I can make anyone fall madly in love with me. And I like that they didn't just I like that they're going in a place where it's like, oh no, making anyone madly fall in love with you like has layers to it, you know. It's not just the Cupid thing. It's fucking kind of a scary ass power.
Oh yeah.
He's got the white heart attack arrow, which is like, okay, the insta-kill. Got it. That's what he's going to be fighting mostly with. And it sounds like that there's more different colors of arrows with different powers, and if they really go with that, lead in that direction and have some really cool and creative fights, this could be really good. Like, I think.
Is it gonna end up being like I question whether or not it's gonna be ending up like some kind of Dragon Ball Pokemon kind of thing where he's just collecting stuff and getting more and more power-ups. Probably,
but like, if it's a good anime, they're gonna be interesting. They're each gonna have their own interesting little cool quirks to it. And I'm down for that.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah, that's the one thing. I really hope that they do go that direction and they don't just go, yeah, it's just gonna be people shooting each other with the white heart attack arrows all day. Because that'd be boring.
Yeah.
I got a stronger one that instead of giving you a heart attack, makes your head explode or something.
Oh, you know what? You know what would be really interesting is if they actually explored like these things having negative consequences for them or like risks that they have to work around.
Exactly. Now we're getting into kinda interesting fights.
Yeah. I guess it would be kind of like how they handle quirks in Boku no Hero or whatever, where you actually have to deal with the consequences of doing that.
Yeah. My Hero quirks.
Yeah. Which those are, again, that's the kind of thing where it's like, the one power would not carry the entire show, but when you've got multiple of them that you can switch between and talk about for each episode, then you can build on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what we were talking about last night with the cursed techniques, Lemus.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I prefer when like there's stuff with fighting and superpowers and shit. I will always prefer something like the X-Men over Superman, because Superman can just do everything and we know that he's gonna like win, and he's gonna win by punching things or shooting them with lasers or something. But with the X-Men, we have so many different powers, all with their own little restrictions and with their strengths and weaknesses, all interacting with each other and all trying to take down one dude. You know that they're gonna win, but you don't know how. And if it goes more like that, and if it goes up more like that, this could be cool. But if it goes more onto the edgy side and just, yeah, it's just edgy trash for all of it, like, I'm gonna probably end up killing the show.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up going that way because it's already starting off pretty strong on the edge.
Yeah.
Although, one thing I do have to bring up, because I did look at some threads, apparently this is way more fast-paced than the manga was.
Okay, so like if they're skipping over chapters and stuff, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I don't think they're skipping, I think they're speeding through. Like, that was what I saw, was people being like, whoa, we took a lot more time with this in the manga, what the fuck?
They just want to get to the good part. Fuck
Let's
all that
hope.
Backstory shit.
Let's hope they're just like really like the director of the show is really just wanting to get into the big fights and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, should we hold up cards?
Yeah, I'm ready for cards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck this show. Like, problems it has, but I'm willing to see it through at least 3 episodes. Like, I want to give it the 3-episode test. Because, like, I feel like there could be something great in this show. But we're not really seeing it in the first episode. So I want to give it at least 1 more. At least 1 or 2 more.
Same. The Angel alone, like, she's interesting enough for me to want to keep seeing her for a little bit. But as of now, the show has to do a lot more or it's going to lose me. I'm going to fuck it as well.
Yeah, I was gonna kill this, but now that I'm actually talking to you, I might give it, like, 1 more chance.
You're going to have to finish episode 1.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Like I said, I don't wanna, but I'll fucking at least give it the 1 more chance. If it doesn't get it me by then fuck this show.
Alrighty. Our first trifecta of the season, 2, Platinum End, episode 1.
And that's a very weak trifecta. Like, this is the weakest trifecta I think we've ever given on this show.
Definitely, yeah. Let's move on to our second show, The Vampire Dies in No Time, episode 1. Vampire hunter Ronaldo enters Draluk's castle, searching for young boys. Draluk and him team up to kick the child out of the castle, but the castle gets destroyed, and Draluk has to start working for Ronaldo, where they solve a case of a pseudo-vampire, and the press witnesses it. I have mixed feelings about this show.
It's funny.
I share your sentiments, definitely.
On one hand, the first half was god-awful. On the other hand, the second half was okay.
There were some good jokes in here. Sorry, you go, Amber.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's not really much going for it. I'd say it's funny, it's harmless, but not like amazing or anything. It's okay. It's just something to watch.
Yeah, there are some legitimately good gags in this. Like, I think, like, when the vampire sees his castle ready to the ground and he dusts and he goes sand, and then he reforms and it's sand backwards. Like, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna point out. Sand.
That one got me.
Nah.
Although, the joke that worked the best for me was when Draluk was like, "Oh, so you want to be a true vampire? Well, let me bite you and you'll be like me. I don't want to be weak like you. Is that what being a vampire means?"
Yeah, him getting his cape caught in the convenience store door. I thought that was pretty good.
Sand in the door.
But on the other hand, yeah, the first half of this felt really weak. Like, yeah, it was mostly just, yeah, okay, yeah, he dies at everything, cool, and he's kind of an incompetent vampire. All right, got it.
I just kind of like how he looks like anime Count Von Count.
Oh
Yes!
Designs and art in this show, very good.
Love the designs. Like, Vampire Hunter, like, I get it, the Vampire Hunter's kind of definitely a play on, like, Alucard and, like, Vampire Hunter D and all that, and I'm down with that. He looks good.
He reminds me of the fucking dude from Harry Potter, that one guy. He's like,
oh no, are we gonna mention Harry Potter for every show?
no. But it is that same kind of thing where he's just like, look at me, I am the greatest. I am God. Sign my book, please. Buy my book, please.
But, yeah, that's something. I like the gag that's attached to him. I like his whole I gotta save face thing. Because, like, I'm a fucking well-known vampire hunter and shit like that. Like, him just desperately trying not to get canceled. I could see that going interesting places.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely...
Also, maybe.
This show didn't live up to my expectations, but it also didn't completely disappoint me. It's weird. I really like the store clerk who was just nonplussed about being held captive. She was just eating chips.
Another good gag! Sorry, no, I'm gonna go marry some rich dude and have a loveless marriage.
Yeah. No.
Also, I'm quitting today. Bye!
I turned you down because I was being nice. I didn't actually like you. It was so sad.
This dude's entire world just got fucking destroyed.
It's okay. Maybe he'll find love in prison.
Oof.
Nah, it's usually not love. It's usually just some guy bending you over in the showers. I mean, what?
Vampire.
Is there anything else I can even say about this show other than talking about the... This is going to be a hard show to talk about, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have something that I want to say. I like the fact that it's modern fantasy. I thought it was going to go full-on, generic fantasy. But I'm glad that it went modern, because it's already kind of using that to its edge. Like, the dude became a pseudo-vampire. And literally someone says, oh yeah, that's like permanent. That's not permanent. Like, go and get vaccinated, you'll be fine.
Yeah, like, this is a well-established thing in this world.
Yeah. It's just, he's just fucking being a stupid anti-vaxxer.
I wonder if it makes me wonder if there's, like, established other monsters that might pop up. Like, this is just a normal thing.
Yeah. Exactly, and I'd love to see that type of world building play out.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be an episode where Ronaldo comes back to his house and there's like Frankenstein, the Mummy. Essentially, Hotel Transylvania is just taking place in his apartment.
Just full-ass monster mash.
Get out of my swamp!
We also have our first off-brand of the season, Febreze.
Yes.
I do gotta say, I really like Draluk. I thought he was going to be like this big cowardly man, but I love how he's like trying to be super intimidating, but he still dies.
Yeah, like I think that's super cool. Like, yeah, he's trying to give off that like classic vampire look, and he's like so cocky about it, but just like keeps getting stopped in his tracks. I like that. I'm glad that he's not just like, I'm just a weak little vampire. Don't hit me. He's giving it He's giving it his all for the gag. Not for the gag, for the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
This dude really do be a vibe.
Yeah, I think you're all right. There's like really not much you can say about the show. Like I said, it's just something to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Girlfriend where you can just keep talking about the jokes over and over, because it's not like any of them are like super duper funny. They're good, don't get me wrong. Like they some of them got a chuckle out of me, but I don't know.
Yeah, most of it just boils down to sad.
Sad.
He gets killed as a punchline. Yeah.
Are we ready for cards for this show?
I think we're ready for cards.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck it. It needs to do more, but I'm willing to see it out for a couple more episodes. I'm gonna fuck it.
Yeah, I'll say that too. I'm willing to watch more of this. It's good. It's all right.
Oh, one other thing I wanted to bring up, and I'll bring this up during my card, I guess. The opening's a fucking bop. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
It's super pretty.
Oh yeah, that is one of my favorite openings thus far.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I forgot to talk about it. Yeah, the opening is super stylish. I love it.
Yeah.
It's got the jazz, it's got the visuals, it's good shit.
Yeah.
Still not my favorite music of everything I've watched, but still.
Kind of reminds me of older JoJo's openings.
Ah, you know what? Yeah.
The especially what was the battle tendency one? What was it called?
Uh, bloody something.
Oh, Bloody Stream.
Bloody Stream. There we go. I can't believe I fucking spaced on that. God damn it. I'm a JoJo's fan. I should know this. But yeah, I'm gonna fuck this show. It has potential. Like, as long as it just does more gags that aren't just build up, something happens, he dies. Like, as long as it does more than that, I could see this surviving to the end, really.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Our second trifecta to the vampire dies in no time. Let's move on to Komi-San Can't Communicate, Episode 1. Tanado is a normal boy attending a private high school. On his first day, he and all of his classmates become acquainted with Komi-San, an odd, beautiful girl. However, Tadano comes to learn she has a communication disorder and becomes her first friend, agreeing to help her make 99 more. This show is real cute. This show is real fucking cute.
Now,
yeah, it's adorable.
Before we talk more about how adorable Komi-san is, I'd just like to put out my own personal fuck you, Netflix, because we had a pain in the ass trying to get to watch this, because you assholes are holding back on us. As you can see, there is currently watermarks all over our screenshots, because we had to go to a piracy website to watch this, because you fuckers won't just put it out when it comes out. Stop! Alright, I'm done.
Yeah.
We almost weren't able to talk about this because it was killing one of our hosts' computer, because the website was killing one of our hosts' computers.
Yeah, like I said, my computer was just screaming and crying and throwing up the whole time.
The show is real pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the scene where they were just like both writing on the thing. It was like nice and emotional.
Yeah, the show, like, it was just really cute throughout, and a lot of the gags even worked for me too. Like when she turned to him and the JoJo's menacing was around him, and she just starts speed walking by him. Like that was fun.
Nope. Also, I can say he is a whole ass mood.
Yeah. I love the style of this show. This show is so fucking stylish, dude. Like, and like the biggest thing that I noticed was the editing. Like, it is edited in such a non-conventional fashion. Like, and it gives a whole like unique flavor to this show. Like, there's a lot of times where we focus on Komi-san walking, and it's like, and we don't see her walk. We just cut to the next frame where she's a little further down the line and stuff like that. It's kind of like, it's juddery like that, and it kind of gives this feeling of unease that I think is absolutely intentional.
Yeah, I loved it. She's like, just runs up to the chalkboard.
Yeah, I do love those little cuts where it jumps from her being all perfect and beautiful to just being like,
Oh yeah, the large eyes, no mouth. That's so adorable. It's just like her sitting there freaking out.
Yeah. Like, man, I feel this fucking girl when it comes to talking. Just like, oh god, someone's talking to me. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
I mean, I can completely understand why she wouldn't want to talk to people when they're creeping on her like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. One of those
literally
girls,
as soon as she shows up.
that girl in her desk smelling Komi-san was definitely using her other hand for something else.
Oof.
I'm sorry, the blush and the way her lips were quivering, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, so hanging around weeb spaces often, there was a lot of Komi-san related memes and stuff. Like, when this manga came out a couple years ago, it was fucking popular. And I'm happy to see it getting this type of adaptation. Like, when I saw it, I was afraid that it was just going to be, like, kind of this... I thought it was just going to be, like, a slice-of-life rom-com that was just, like, super bland and stuff. But I'm so glad they're doing, like, something cool and unique with the visuals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I definitely think, like, and I definitely think that a lot of the manga readers are super happy with how this is going, and I gotta say, as someone who hasn't, it's also very interesting to watch.
Oh yes, same here. I really liked watching the scene, like watching the scenes, watching everything. The opening's also really nice too. I love the opening.
Oh yeah.
And just everything about this show is just so nice and stylish. This feels like it's going to be my relaxing show of the season. Yeah, I really like Komi-san, and I do really like Tadano as well. He's just sitting there like, all right, I just gotta not stand out. Everyone's already wants him dead. Oh, I see. Fuck.
I did like that one thing where it has the dramatic sweep and it just goes, Tadano is a coward.
Yeah.
That is your opening understanding of what this dude is. But he seems like a sweet dude. I like him.
Yeah. And the show also seems to be building up, like, especially with what they said at the end, that everyone in the show is going to have some kind of quirk or gimmick. Which, honestly, is kind of nice in Slice of Life shows, seeing, like, each character is good at different things.
Yeah, and they're not all kind of bland like some shows. Aquatope!
The characters in Aquatope are great. Anyways. Hit him with the popo anyways. But yes. Komi-san herself is super adorable. Like the scene where she had the hiccups was super cute. I just have the hiccups.
Yeah, just like going through this like super sad backstory. Think she's fucking crying from telling it. Just like, no, I just have hiccups. I'm sorry.
I love her. She is my daughter.
He is baby.
Yeah, I love the social awkwardness that that the show is able to convey. Like, it's social awkwardness, not to the point where it's like uncomfortably relatable. It's more like, I've been there.
Yeah. I love this show. It's so cute. It's so fluffy. It's so nice. It was just feel good when I was watching it, and it wasn't buffering every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was nice to see everything come into place. Like, especially the ninja that fucking threw the compass in front of Tadano. It's just like
The ninja simp.
Everyone
simps for Komi-san.
Yeah, I do love how it's almost like a deconstruction of like the Mary Sue idea, where it's like everyone she's just being there, like she doesn't want any of this, but everyone's just like, oh my god, she is the Messiah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's
Literally
a good reading of that.
does.
Yeah,
She kind of is Mary Sue-ish, but but with one major glaring flaw.
She can't talk to people well.
Yeah, she wants none of this, and like even her attempts at being awkward are just people just brush it off as, oh my god, that's brilliant. Which honestly, if I was in her place, that would just make me even more nervous.
She's brilliant. I understand what you're meaning. Why should we read out loud? Everyone, just read silently. Okay.
Okay.
In my heart, whenever she tries to speak, but she just keeps stuttering, it's like, oh, poor baby.
Oh, you're trying. It almost makes me question, like, if she ends up getting more confidence, are people gonna, like, suddenly not like her as much or something?
Oh.
Ooh.
Fuck. That would suck.
I hate to say it, but I almost suspect that might be, like, where they would end up going.
She finally gains the confidence to speak, and everyone's like, oh, you're not that. You're not like that. Okay, Goodbye.
You're not as cool as they think.
The
Not as cool as we thought we were. Sorry.
The ninja simp who wanted her to step on him suddenly drops out of school.
I spent my life savings on you!
Are you ready for cards, ladies and gents?
I am ready for cards.
I'm fucking this show. I like it.
I'm gonna fuck this show too. It's super cute.
It's ass to try and watch, but I am willing to put up with that.
I want to fuck this show too. This show's great. Stop holding out on us, Netflix.
Cowards. Alrighty. A really strong trifecta for Komi-San Can't Communicate, episode 1.
There we go. Now that's a trifecta to start on.
Yeah. Let's move on to Visual Prison, episode 1. A Dompire boy who listens to an old vampire band gets caught up in a boy band duel while listening to them sing. The leader of the band he idolizes rescues him and tells him he is a Dompire, and that every year vampire bands sing at the moon, and it gives them power. What the fuck was this noisy garbage? What was this?
Twilight the anime. Literally Twilight the anime.
This show is trying so goddamn hard to be cool, and I fucking love it. This show made me laugh.
Ever.
This show made me laugh harder than the 2 comedies we have on our list. This show has looped its way from bad and mediocre all the way around to being actually kind of good.
No, you're just Stockholm. Don't.
No, I'm not. This show legit made me laugh so fucking hard, dude. It is so bad. I love it.
It's so bland, boring, and bad. Nothing makes sense. They just sing. That's all it is. It's an advertisement for boy bands. That's all it is.
Even when you were explaining the premise, I was like, what the fuck is this story?
As soon as they pulled the swords with the mics out of their arms, I knew that we had something great.
No.
I'm not about to hate watch something, dude. At least not for the show.
I'm not. Sorry.
I was gonna say, this hasn't girlfriend itself. It's
no.
not.
It hasn't. It's the Roomed itself for me.
No, not for me.
There is a guy who says, with 100% clarity and certainty in his voice, I will kill you with my song. The main character gets heterochromia by looking at the moon, and he's got one red eye and one blue eye. And I just said to myself, is it like, is it going to be like the blue is his human and the red is his vampire? And then that turned out to be true.
I hated that. I actively threw my phone at the wall.
The lyrics are so fucking bad. Everything that the red band tries to say is so egregiously edgy. This show is what a fucking 14-year-old girl who's really into K-pop and thinks that they're super emo. This is made by that type of person. And it's great.
I will say the one thing that I did like was how they actually had original songs and like the flashy music videos for that. It lended well to the overall like just garbage aesthetic to it.
Were they original songs? Because I know these bands exist in real life.
Well, shit.
Like these are actual boy bands.
They were like actual full-on songs and music videos, like not just a cutaway as they're singing. They did the whole thing.
Yeah,
they commit.
But I can just pull up the MP3 on YouTube and listen to that.
But yeah, I mean, fair enough, yeah, but I will, that's what I'm trying to say is, they saw, it's kind of like what Limis is saying, they saw what their whole aesthetic was, and they fucking committed to it. They realized this is cringe, and they went all in.
Yeah! See? Like, that's it! It commits so hard, it becomes good!
I'm still saying this show is so fucking bad.
It's really bad. I can't stomach it. Listen, I'm
nothing going for it.
I'm happy you enjoy it, Limus. Your brain is an enigma, but I'm happy you enjoy it.
I don't understand how the rest of you were not in tears laughing like I was when watching this show. Like, how the hell did you not laugh out loud when the one leader of the red vampire dude sucks the neck of that one androgynous dude, and he fucking nuts super hard on stage? It's the funniest shit.
I was too busy trying to figure out who were girls and who were guys.
What the fuck is even happening on screen?
Yeah, because they just show up at a random spot and start having a mic battle while the humans turn into fucking spectral dust. What the fuck's happening?
I think I know.
And people see this happening and they're just like, woo, K-pop bands!
2 minutes into the show, they have a flashcard of every single character show up.
I think that's our opening. I think that's the opening.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds of backstory and then all of a sudden opening.
And then music video. It's such a structural mess. I love it.
It's awful.
This is a world that works on like Bakugan and Beyblade rules, where I think the whole world just sort of works around and with these vampire boy bands. The vampires are barely even vampires. They're totally it just for the aesthetic.
I thought you didn't like that about Vanitas Limit.
Yeah, but you see, Vanitas was a good show. This isn't, so it's funny.
What? Can we hold up cards?
Yeah, die.
Kill.
Fuck! I'm gonna fuck this show. I hope some other show gets 2 knives as well, or something else gets 3, so that this can live on. This show is great. You all suck. Anime is trash, and so am I.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen, Limus.
You can watch it if you want to, but no.
Let's move on to my senpai. Oh, that's 2 kills and a fuck. Listen, you can be with any prostitute you want, Limus. I won't judge, but just, maybe get yourself checked out after.
It's just, of course he's a half vampire. Of course he's heterochromatic. Why wouldn't he be? It's perfect.
Let's move on to My Senpai is Annoying, Episode 1. Igarashi is a saleswoman who works for a company with her coworkers. Her and her senpai go out meeting clients while he treats her really nice. However, she makes a mistake, and her senpai sticks his neck out for her to fix it. The coworkers and her senpai cheer her up, while she and her senpai get closer. I do have to say, with the concept and description of the show, I thought she was going to be a lot meaner to the guy, but I'm happy to say that she isn't, actually.
Yeah, I went into this, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of, like, stupid rom-coms or whatever, but I actually kind of like this a lot more than I thought I would.
Honestly, same. It might just be that I was expecting...
And yeah, fuck the idea of, like, senpai is annoying. She's annoying.
Yeah, like, I went... It might just be because I went in this expecting her to be a total bitch to him, but I actually like this a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah. I like her. I did say she was annoying right now, but it's more like just baby, you don't have to try so hard. Just you're a good sales lady. You don't have to constantly be proving yourself to everyone. They like you.
Me. How about you, Limus? How do you feel about this show?
How do I feel about the tales of Brick Shithouse and Legal Lolly?
Oh!
I think that this episode was very fluffy. It was kind of nice to just chill out to and watch. I agree. I thought the show was going to go in that direction too, where it's like where it was just kind of going to be like kind of mean-spirited, but I'm glad it didn't go that way. Yeah, it was really fluffy. It was really nice. I like the main girl. She's really cute.
I gotta say, I didn't expect them to be like. I didn't expect them to just jump straight onto the "Why can't I be your wife?" already, like in the first episode. I was expecting more of a slow burn.
Yeah.
I did think the scene at the end was really cute, where he's like, "Sometimes it just feels like your daughter. If I had a wife and kid, I want my daughter to be like you." Pats her on the head, then she just grabs the sleeve. "Why couldn't I be your fucking wife?" Huh?
I am grown, lady.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it besides it was cute. Like, I could see, like, more episodes later on, eventually the show becoming dreadfully boring. But as of right now, it was nice. I liked it.
Definitely. I don't
have much to say about it, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I don't expect myself to stick onto it. However, I do think it's really nice. I like it. I liked this first episode a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah. I do have to say, I ship this. I ship it.
Yeah. I like her coworkers too. Like the guy and the girl who totally aren't banging. Like those two are nice.
Yeah, those two, I definitely ship that as well.
Yeah, no, because they're just. I think they're low key. I think they're low key doing it in the supply closet.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one lady who just like out of nowhere pulls the fucking bottle of Smirnoff out of her cleavage.
Oh, that was one thing. That joke was funny, but her being like, "Oh, don't worry, it's water in here," kind of ruined the joke for me.
Yeah.
I want to believe she lied, and it is actually vodka.
Yeah, oh, definitely, it's probably vodka, and she's just like, I want more of that lady. I want to see what her backstory is.
She can't stand the thought of going home and sleeping with her husband, so she drinks at work.
Oof. Yeah, like, I don't think that they're gonna lie to that. Like, I think the show's definitely going for a really, really grounded sort of vibe.
Yeah, really wholesome, really grounded. Yeah, I get that.
It's just cute. It's slice of lifey.
Only thing fantastical about it is that apparently she got hired with for a job with gainful employment at 22. I mean, at 20. That'd be lovely.
I mean, it is Japan. I'm pretty sure that's actually fairly common there. Hey, Lewis, why don't we move to Japan? No.
No!
What, you don't
I'm not that desperate for a job. I won't want to kill myself for it.
What, you don't want to get overworked at Madhouse?
Oof.
This is another one of those shows where there's not much to talk about, huh?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a Gretzko. A little bit, but not.
A little bit, yeah. I definitely get that feeling.
Yeah, I do enjoy having, like, I will say it is refreshing to have a show where the main character is a full-grown woman, like, dealing with adult situations, like, just not even like NSFW situations or whatever, but just like the normal kind of like adult life kind of stuff. I haven't really seen too much of that kind of stuff. Like, a lot of the stuff is just, like, high school kind of stuff that you hear about.
You know what, Ember?
Yeah.
I think if you want to see things... Oh, sorry.
Go.
I was going to say, if you want to see things like that, watch Recovery of an MMO Junkie. It's about an adult woman, and the name doesn't do it justice. It's actually a lot better than the name makes it sound.
Huh. No, just by name, that already sounds like something I would want to watch. Because, like I said... One of the things I had watched and enjoyed was I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying, which is all about a married couple, and one of them is a massive weeb.
Okay.
Also, the first time I'd ever seen a canonical, like, pregnant lady in fucking anime.
Well, I mean, hey, we see one in another show, but that'll be for later. Yeah. Are we ready for cards with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say fuck. It's cute.
I'm gonna fuck it. I don't know how long that's gonna last though, because like I can totally see this pulling an Aquatope and being like, "All right, I got everything I wanted out of this. Please end." As of right now, it's decent enough.
Yeah, I can see myself falling off of it, but like you said, as of right now, it's pretty good.
Yeah, as of right now, it's good. We'll have to see how long it can, like, keep this up while still being interesting.
We've actually been making good time. Should we take a break, or are we good to go for a little bit longer?
Yeah, actually, good question. How do we feel about taking a break, maybe?
I don't need one right yet. How about you guys?
I'm good.
Yeah, my water's holding up, so, yeah, I'm gonna just move right along, because we keep really good time. It's only been like an hour.
Hey.
Yeah, most of this, like you guys have been saying, there's not really much to say about a lot of these.
Yeah. Our next show... I should say, another trifecta for, Senpai's Annoying, Episode 1. Let's move on to Sakugan, Episode 1. Mamempu is a girl who wants to be a marker so she can see a place from her dreams, but her father, Gagumber, doesn't want her to because she's still a kid. A legend gives Mamempu and her friend Linda a map of the labyrinth, but kaiju attack, killing Linda and her father, so Gagumber takes Membu to an old marker bot and announces he will go with her.
We could also mention that, like, in the world building, like, basically people have been forced underground, like City of Ember style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it's proper kaiju. I've never seen anything kaiju related, but I do like how this seems to be some proper kaiju stuff. To give some background for our lovely viewers, I've only seen two good mecha shows. I've seen a lot of trash. Like, I've seen Darling in the Franxx, that's some trash, but I have seen Gurren Lagann and Knights of Sidonia. So I'm not too big into mecha. I really enjoyed this episode.
This show feels like something I would have adored if I would have watched it as a kid. Like, the feeling of they're about to be like some sort of great journey that these guys are going to go on is totally there, and it feels so good. It feels so great. Main characters are pretty decent. There's some big, stompy robots, and I like myself some big, stompy robots. And how about those character deaths, huh? Those were really well done.
No, Linda, no! I cried. The fact that they show her laughing, like, seconds before she gets obliterated.
It's so sudden. I love it. It's just like, you've really grown into a full adult. Yeah, let's get this thing. Then all of a sudden you see the fucking lights fade out. Oh no. Oh shit.
It got sad all of a sudden. It was so... I fucking adore this show. Oh my fucking god, I love it.
I loved it. I loved that part. That part was so well done. Like, especially when they're about to run and escape and she's crying. Like, is there something wrong with me? Because losing people you love, it hurts. But I still want to go. And it's like, oh, you poor girl. You're only a child.
Baby. Like, I can kind of understand Gagumber on that, where it's like, she is very clearly shown to be a fucking genius, but she's a baby. He just wants to keep her safe.
And I like how he doesn't back down on that, because even as he's running carrying her, I must be a lousy father, because I don't understand what it means to be a good one, but you're still my little girl. I don't care if it makes me a lousy father, but I'll go with you. And it's like, it's really good. I love how he doesn't back down from his convictions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's going with her, because I like both of these characters. I want to see more of them.
I dead ass thought that the other two that died, I totally thought that they were gonna go with them, like on the journey and stuff. That was one of the most like out of nowhere deaths I've ever seen, and it hits so goddamn hard. It has such a good follow through on it. It's not like overly sappy. It feels realistic. Oh shit, they're both dead. Don't have time to process this now. Let's get the fuck out. Okay, there's a quiet moment. Let's process this and get this out of our fucking systems now.
Mm-hmm. It was really well done. And the episode looks good, too. The show's animated.
Yes, it's so pretty. It's got, like, the dynamic motion. I loved how they were using motion in that animation.
Oh, yeah.
It's so bouncy and lively and just good.
Like, I love how most of this episode was setting up the dynamic between Gagumber and Memempu until like, the kaiju started to attack. And now we're getting the hints of our grand adventure, and I'm super excited to see where it goes, because it feels like it's going to go to, like, oh, well, we're going to different colonies trying to get to point B.
And like I said, I really like that sort of vibe. I like that we're on a journey, we're going to go from place to place. We don't know what we're going to see there, but it's going to be something cool, and we're going to get to the end eventually. Like, such a good like road trip vibe. I love that type of show.
Yeah, and it's got actual stakes to it. Like there is established danger.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta go to Egypt so the kaiju don't destroy the city.
I will say as well, this show has definitely some of my favorite music of all of the stuff. That music is fucking banging.
I don't know if I noticed the music too much, actually.
Yeah, I'll keep an ear on it next episode, though. Something tells me this is getting another episode from us.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so far, I think this is our sleeper hit of the season, because I expected this to be garbage. Like, especially when it opened up, I thought that our main character was going to be just fucking insufferable. But she got better as time went on, and yeah, we got like emotions in all the right places, and we got this great setup.
This is one of my three favorites from the shows that we watched for this week. Like, there were two other shows that I was also like just as enthused and really happy about.
Yeah, this is definitely also one of my favorite ones. I am adoring this. Thank you for making me watch that.
Yeah, it was this, Komi-San, and one other one.
Yeah, like, yeah, this is definitely one of those shows that shows the real strength of this podcast. I would never have watched this, and something tells me it's gonna be great. It's gonna have to fall off pretty freaking hard for me to not stop enjoying it. Yeah, this was my favorite episode that we watched of this. Deadass.
Nice. I'm so happy that this is a good mecha. I really want to watch good mecha, because I know mecha can be good. It's just not a lot of it is.
Maybe afterward. Sorry.
I do have to say, like, that was one of the things that threw me off a lot with Visual Prison, was where they just started like suddenly going into CGI, and I was just like, no. But like in this one, you can tell in certain scenes, like with the mechs and the kaiju and everything, there is a little bit of CGI in there, but it blends well. It's actually organic feeling.
Yeah.
And I like how they also use the mechs for like common tasks like mining.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it when a mech like looks where its design incorporates the job that it's supposed to do. Like, yeah. Ooh. Of course, the military mechs and like, you know, all those mechs that they were using to take it down, like, oh, they're purpose built in order to incapacitate kaiju.
And like, and even with that, adding on to that, like, the entire world, the entire established world feels like it's organically built for this kind of purpose. Like, everything fits together and has a reason to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's I almost want to live in this world, but at the same time, I know I don't.
All right, I'm taking all bets. Who else bets that Urarop is the father's wife?
Oh, definitely. It's
Probably.
gonna pull a fucking How to Train Your Dragon on us.
Yeah, although, I did laugh when my Mempu's like, "That's why Mom left you, isn't it? Shut up! You don't know why she left me." Poor
This girl is
Kagome.
fucking savage.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt so bad for him this episode because he was getting dunked on for like not wanting his daughter to be a marker.
Yeah, and like I said, she's a literal child. He just wants her to be safe.
Yeah, but then once the kaiju actually appeared, they're like, "No, kid, you're still a child. You don't have any training. Stay back."
Mm-hmm.
That was the right choice because they got fucking killed.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna like establish the whole thing of like she was gonna go home and sulk that her friend betrayed her or whatever, but no, that you just fucking died.
No, we get to see. Yeah, no, that was bad. That was a good call. Good.
And she realizes like, yeah. She gets to see with her own eyes, like, yeah, this does have consequence.
Maybe you're intelligent enough to be a literal child minor, but yeah, no, we're not going to make you a child soldier.
Yeah, we'll save that for the other colonies.
I know you were talking about like minor as in like drilling stuff and everything, but just the word child minor is just beautiful out of context.
Yes.
With that, are we ready for cards?
Yeah.
I think I've gushed about this enough, yeah. This is a fuck. This is a heavy fuck. This
Strong
show
fuck.
looks great. I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah, strong fuck from me as well.
Yeah. Looks good, sounds good, the story is good. I am excited to see where this is going.
Alrighty. Let's move on to our next show, Paladin of the End, Episode 1. Will is reborn into an undead family and is taken in by them, learning magic, fighting skills and everyday necessities. Fondly falling for his new family, Will settles into his new life, but gets an injury, prying on what they are hiding from him. Getting burned when trying to help his mother Mary after being burned from praying. Man, I put a lot of odd commas in that. Anyway.
This show is so goddamn pretty.
Yeah, the show is really pretty. I really like the concept of it. I love the designs of the undead.
Yeah. I love that. They look properly, like, scary and imposing, but they're also really friendly looking.
It gives me hope this won't just be generic isekai trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got betrayed. We got blindsided. I thought we were isekai free this season, and then it opens up with, I remember a life in a previous world, in our world. And I'm like, God fucking damn it.
I mean, at least he doesn't remember, like, at least he doesn't have... It's always described as it being fuzzy. I'm hoping it doesn't do the isekai thing where it dumps all of the backstory on you right away. I would love if it does a slow burn showing what his previous life was like.
Yeah, and hopefully he wasn't another victim of Truck-kun.
Hopefully.
But this show has potential. I quite liked a lot of it. Like, I liked the allusion to the fact that these guys, like earlier on, that these guys were all ex-adventurers that are that were turned into undead, and like, of course, the reveal at the end that they made a pact with the god of death.
Yeah, like I really like the gods too, because they're talking about all the different gods, and I was actually getting interested. The show got me a little bit interested in how the gods of this world worked, because they all had simple fucking names, so I could actually remember. I really like how the mummy keeps praying to the harvest or earth goddess, even though it keeps hurting her. I really like that.
Yeah, that's really good character development right there. Like she believes in this. It makes me really interested to like see if they're gonna if they're gonna work on like why someone who's that devoted to something like that would choose to make a pact with the god of death.
Yeah.
Even though she knows it's going to like be bad for her.
Yeah, like immediately my D&D player brain went, wait, a cleric zombie? Wouldn't she just hurt herself when she tried to cast anything? This seems like a bit of a plot hole. And then it actually followed through and said, yeah, no, she totally does get hurt from playing, and she still does it anyway, and it's a cool character thing. Like, oh shit, this story's gonna be cool.
I really liked it. This show reminds me of Jobless Reincarnation if Jobless Reincarnation took out all the creepy shit. All, like, the creepy sexual shit. Like, that is what this show reminds me of. It reminds me of good Jobless Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't seen that, but all I could think of, like, during the whole thing was Undertale the anime.
Actually, kind of, yeah. Like, Blood gives us serious vibes. Like, it feels like he is Papyrus and Sans' dad. It feels like he could be.
I love Blood.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite side characters so far. He's great.
Are you talking about side character? He is character. I mean, do we even really have side characters right now? Because there's like basically just them.
It's just them, but it's pushing for one person to be the main character, though.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, true. You know what? I did have a note in my thing that said that it was kind of interesting how we never see anything where he's not there, where the boy isn't there.
Oh yeah, we totally are being restricted to his own viewpoint.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, we never leave that undead city. Like, it's dead ass committing to us watching through this dude's eyes. Like, even through his like childhood and his views as a kid and like everything that the undead are hiding from him.
Yeah, we don't even see like other rooms where the other characters are there, but Will isn't. It's only when he's there.
Yeah,
it builds great intrigue. Like, you know, when she gives him the bread and she's like, "Oh, Mary, when did you bake this bread?" It's a secret. It's like, ooh, that's enough to build a little bit of intrigue and plot in there. And it doesn't immediately show us. We get revealed as he does.
I hate that kind of stuff because I get so much of like the secondhand like cringe from it. But I would love if they actually like build on that idea of the characters of like if they build on that idea of how him having secrets and them having secrets puts strain on stuff, like them having to hide things.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the scene in the forest when Will and his dad are talking about killing, and even though it's a little ironic, like how his dad's like, I don't like killing either, but you know, life and death situations, you gotta take your own life into account. It's this really nice scene where he's talking about mortality, but he's already fucking dead.
Yeah,
I found that a bit funny and ironic.
Yeah, I do like how the show is not afraid to get all artsy and philosophical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. It'll be 100 years before you land a sneak attack me from the back. Wait, what?
Just trying to fucking give him a hug. Ah, so you've chosen death then.
God, I love them. I do have to say I love how like especially Gus and Blood. I love their like chemistry with each other. They have such good chemistry.
Yeah. I love this dude and his weird found undead family. I can't wait for all of the undead to die in like an episode because I feel like that's where we're going.
Dead again.
I think the mother might. I don't think Blood will. Blood strikes me as the type of character to, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I'm not going to make any predictions because anything could happen at this point.
Yeah, they could pull an Una reverse and just kill the guy that you least expect.
Yeah. Although, okay, I really liked even though it was small, I really liked the small little fight scene we had between Will and Blood like with the little magic effect and how he used it in combat.
They proved to us
Yeah.
that fights in the show are definitely going to be at least a little interesting.
Yeah, there's gonna be some pretty fight scenes.
And that in specific is kind of what reminded me of Jobless Reincarnation, because there's a scene in Jobless where Rudy and his father are fighting, and Rudy creates a small little bit of quicksand to make his father's foot get stuck, but his father still beats him. And that reminded me of it when he created the oil slick. Blood slipped, but still managed to get the upper hand.
Yeah, it's like showing you do have skills, you have potential, but you're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, I totally see like all three of them sort of like having their own fighting styles from like their adventuring days, sort of all sort of combined into whatever his fighting style is going to be. Like,
Oh yeah,
because we can obviously see him fighting with with a combination of magic and fighting that he learned from both Gus and Blood, and now he is going to be praying to this new god now. So I'm sure he's going to get a little bit of clerical powers now.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. It's set up a lot, and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get any more characters that pop up in this.
Well, did either of you watch the opening they showed at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are definitely more characters, and I see a lot of humans and not a lot of undead.
No,
and I see a lot of undead getting killed.
There were a lot of elves, sir.
Uh-huh, fucking elves.
Bloody nightmares. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure whatever explanation there is will be good.
I really do hope that we get some backstory for the characters.
The opening, though, was a bit generic, I will say.
Yes. Like, from what we saw, it didn't feel too special for a fantasy show.
Yeah.
But the show itself, I think, is really good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good ideas. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it's just it's so pretty and so nice and just it makes my heart just I am so happy.
I see it having a lot of cool and interesting potential, and I took a look at the light novel. That it was based off of, and it seems to be pretty well liked. So I think we got what might be a potential keeper here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
All I gotta say is if it falls off in the next, if it doesn't like live up to the potential that it's just set, I am going to be so fucking sad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is one of the 3 shows that I said were among my favorites.
Yeah, this one is definitely like this and Sakugan are tied for like my absolute favorites thus far.
With that, does anyone else have anything they want to say about the show?
Yeah, I fuck the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As of right now, it's looking like I might potentially just end up marrying this show. I fucking love it.
Well, for me, currently, there are 3 potential candidates for... Well, I'm saying this so early, but there are 3 potential candidates for that, but there are also 2 shows and, like, 11 more episodes to go. They could either fuck up or do really well. Who knows?
Listen, man. It's Day and Deities got as far as it did. And then it got rapey. So who knows? I put my faith in the future of shows. Like, I have very little faith in the future of shows after the Today and Deities incident.
Is it bad that every season of FMK has one show that can be described like that?
Oh, where it was so good and then it got rapey.
Mata no Tabi Tabi was so good, then it got rapey. Jobless Reincarnation was good until it got rapey.
Man, we should probably talk to the fucking, like, makers of the anime if that keeps happening.
Oh, what was Sick Love?
Are you guys good?
Yeah, Sick Love was nice until it got rapey halfway through the first episode.
It tends to happen.
And then This season we don't have one yet, but summer season, Itadane was rapey. Or Itadane was good until it got rapey.
I don't think I've ever felt more betrayed than I have when I watched Itadane, but let's stop talking about it. God damn it. Itadane is going to infect everything because of what it did.
Yes,
But-
let's stop talking about how Itadane got rapey. And let's
Stop talking about the past dead. Let's talk about something else.
Yes. Mieruko-Chan, Episode 1. Miko is your average high school girl. After watching a story of a girl being attacked in her home, she goes to school, but oddities begin to occur, eventually leading her to seeing ghosts. However, if she ignores them, they seem to go away. After looking into options, she goes to school and even sees one there. Do we want to introduce both episodes and talk about them in one, or do we want to?
Let's talk about like one and then the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to talk about the opening and ending first. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Actually, can I just? I'm gonna step away for a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here at Mieruko-Chan.
Quick
Alright.
bio break. So
Throw up a thumbnail so I know.
Well, acting.
This is going along really fast. Like, dude, I don't think we're going to break 2 hours with this. This is fast. We are speed.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess we just don't have a lot to talk about with these shows.
A lot of them are like fluffy slice of life or were set up, so that's the thing. Like, not a lot of them had some moments that were like, oh fuck, let's have a 10-minute conversation about this.
Yeah, like, I was expecting to get more pushback from on the visual prison front, but no, you guys just went, no, cease.
Listen, you can stick your dick in whatever infected hole you want. I won't judge.
I'm gonna be so mad if it dies right away. You people don't have fun.
Well, there's only one more show left that can die. Everything else got a trifecta.
Really? Oh my god, maybe that's why it's so fast. We haven't had any clashes, really. We haven't had any clashes of opinions. Everything's had promise. God damn.
Yeah.
Like, I think this might be our season so far with the most amount of, like, this might be an episode contender for the most amount of fucks, like, overall.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I would not, like, how things are going right now, I would not be surprised if we had, like, most of our shows survive to the end. I hope that doesn't happen, because ow, my time.
I will make sure that doesn't happen. I am sure some of these shows will fall off at some point.
Some of these will fall off. We can't have a season of all bangers. Like,
Remember
that's
how-
gotta be impossible.
Remember how weak our first 2 trifectas were?
That is true.
They were like, we had to take Viagra for those ones.
But what if they get better? That's the thing. But what if they get better?
I'm kind of hoping they don't. I don't need 10 shows.
Because right now we're betting on the fact that when it comes to our time, we're betting on the fact that like a lot of these fluffy stuff, a lot of this fluff, we're gonna get fed up with like the fluffy slice of life shows.
Yeah, because we already have like 3 or 4 fluffy slice of life on here. I feel like at the end of the day, there's probably only going to be 1 or maybe 2 of them alive.
Yeah. I actually, I remember last season, and I was saying this looks like all these shows look promising, but like we already had a couple good death candidates lined up at that point.
Mm-hmm. And I found it funny because when we rolled this list, you were like, man, none of this shit looks good, and now look at you now! You haven't killed a single thing!
I haven't given out a single knife this season yet. I'm starting to lose. Like, I feel it. I feel it. My self-awarded most amount of kills award, it's slowly falling off the wall. No, I'm losing it. No, I'm becoming Dal. No, I don't want to fuck everything. I thought I was a snob, but it turns out I'm not.
Alright, I'm back.
Turns out you really were the architect of your own destruction, aren't you, Linus?
Alright, are we ready to go back?
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
ready to go back, yeah. Hello.
Alright,
and-
wait. Oh, sorry, go.
No, you go.
Alright, I was gonna say. And we're back, let's go.
Alrighty. Welcome back from our bio break. We have 2 more episodes to talk about, both of Mieruko-Chan. Let's talk about Mieruko-Chan, episode 1. Miko is your average high school girl. After watching a story of a girl being attacked in her home, she goes to school, but oddities begin to occur, eventually leading to her seeing ghosts. If she ignores them, they seem to go away. After looking into her options, she goes to school, and even sees one there. As I said before, I kind of want to talk about the opening and ending first. I like the first half of the ending until it starts, like, showing the character spinning, and then the faces just have heart attacks.
I admit, I never really pay attention to the endings at first because, like, I usually write my notes during the endings. I liked the song that was playing.
Oh, song was good, but, like, eventually it gets to a part where, like, the main characters are just spinning on white background, and after a little bit, it'll show, like, one of the horror creatures, and they just go... And that's like, the second half of the ending.
Yeah, I do have to say the music for the opening was pretty good. It's definitely one of those cheery but fucked up lyrics kind of songs.
Oh yeah, the opening, however, I really like the opening. Like, her running with the splash patterns. I felt the running got a little repetitive. Like, I feel like it lingered a little bit too much in some shots, but it was still cool to look at. Like,
Yeah.
and the song's a bop, too.
It had a cool motif going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I do have to say that is some of my favorite, like, ghost character design I have ever seen. That is some good shit.
Oh yeah, like, ghosts and goblins in this show look pretty creepy.
Got some good spooky. It's a good thing that this came out in fall. This is a good spooky Halloween show, I guess.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
One thing I'll say I don't really like about the show is how much weirdly much fan service there is.
Yes.
And that is my biggest problem with the show.
Yeah, it's like there's literally no reason there needs to be, like, 90% of it.
This show
It just shows up out of nowhere.
This show is aggressively horny in the worst possible way. Like, it feels like everyone who's making this is salivating at the chance to have her bend over. It's kind of gross.
It gets especially much in episode 2, although... Now, this is something that I have heard from sources. Apparently, after a point in the manga, like really early on, they stop with the fan service. Which I'm hoping is correct. I haven't looked at the manga to confirm. I'm going to believe.
But if they get rid of that, then they'll have to get rid of Hana because that's like her entire self.
They can have big booby character without making her shirt wet, showing her bra.
I do have to say that was one of the things that I meant. I think that was for episode 2 though, so I'll save that.
Yeah, right.
Hold back. Still on episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because, like, it was a shame because this show had some great atmospheric shots. Like, when
Yes.
Mieruko goes back to the school and, like, goes to pick up her charm, and, like, we get to see the outside. Yeah. Like, getting to see the outside and all the rainy atmosphere, it was really nice.
Oh yeah, I love the way the show sets up atmosphere, tension. Like, the actual horror itself, it doesn't, like, make me piss scared or anything, but it's creepy. It's unsettling, and that's the horror I like. The horror that is unsettling enough to scare me.
Yeah.
I admit I thought that the designs for the first episode were kind of weak, but, like, yeah, no.
I personally like them, but...
I mean, I definitely liked the old lady and how they used the phone.
Yeah.
I really like little details this family does too. Like, I like how her family is actually complete and is a family, and not every other anime family where there's like a single mom or a single dad, or it's just I am living alone.
Yeah, I do have to say that that was one of the notes that I put down was that what little we saw of it, her relationship with her brother and the rest of her family, it feels organic. It feels realistic.
Yeah. And I kind of got the same feel with the teacher, too, because the teacher is there teaching class. What do you think the author meant when the main character turned into a tiger, and she's just pregnant? They don't bring any attention to it. She's just pregnant because, of course, sometimes teachers have sex and get pregnant.
Yeah.
Not with their husbands.
Unfortunately, unlike last season, we did not have a Chekhov's baby. That thing did not get popped out by the end of the episode.
Aha!
All of a sudden, baby.
You broke my one rule that I pulled up literally last season. God damn it!
I am happy. Okay, aside from the fan service stuff, I actually do really like Hana as a character.
Yeah.
I just love how she's like, and like lately when I've been waking up, I've been really hungry. Like I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was craving a burger. It just reminded me of the Patrick. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Yeah, I do love her. It's like she is baby. You're such a sweet dumbass. I love you.
Yeah. Like,
now if only the author would stop perverting her.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't be so bad, but like you have to remember these are high schoolers. This is creepy.
yeah. Like, we don't have a defined age for them, but it's still kind of creepy. And also, like, they could, that's the thing, but they could also be 19. And also, like, they're happening so much, like, especially in the first episode, they happen so much that they're breaking the tone. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm getting into the feeling, I'm getting into the spooky vibe, and we're looking up her ass again. Why?
Yeah,
now all I'm thinking about is, why the fuck is the shot here? God damn it, someone's jacking off to this. God damn it.
Literally no reason for that to be there.
Yeah.
That's why I am going to... I'm really hoping that does stop, like people have said.
Yeah. It's like you were saying, Limits. They actively break their own vibe just to be able to give you panty shot.
Yeah. You failed the vibe check with the panty shot. God damn it.
If you could stop being horny for 2 seconds and get back to the ghosts.
Get back to the cool ghost the cool ghost chases and stuff, and we'll be fine.
And then they made the ghosts horny.
We keep going there. Should we wrap up episode 1 and go there?
Yeah. I am gonna fuck episode 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill it. Like, last show I gave the benefit of the doubt like this was It Today in Deities, and It Today in Deities got really bad and gross and rapey. So, I can't let that happen again. That show burned me, man. I'm gonna give it the kill. Sorry, what?
I said you bring up a good point, but my vote stays the same.
Yeah.
I think this show's gonna get, like, I hope it goes the way where it does fade it out eventually. But as I was leaving episode 1, I was like, I had no faith that show would go that way. And on top of that, I wasn't really all that sold on the premise to begin with. So yeah, like, if it was up to me, I would have stopped watching episode 1. So I kill it.
Alright. Now, let's move on to episode 2. Miko still experiences these ghostly sightings and pretends she can't see the ghosts. However, they start to hunt Hana. She tries to prevent them from harming her. Her and Hana go out finding a kitten. A haunted man wants the kitten, but Miko offers it to the Yakuza man, haunted by the ghost of his wife and cats. So, I think after they blew their load on the Hana scene this episode, that's when the fan service is supposed to stop, because I'm pretty sure the network, or whatever fucking manga publisher went, alright, we need to have a talk after that. Holy fuck, that scene was aggressively horny.
Yes. Like, not only the lesbian horny, but also they made the fucking ghosts horny.
The fucking horny rape ghost. Why?
He only leaves because he found someone else with bigger booba.
I mean, I mean that nurse was looking pretty fine though. I mean, what?
I mean, yes, but that's not the point.
The nurse isn't a child. I can say it about her.
Yes.
This episode was super frustrating to watch. Because it had...
Yeah, I did like the ending, though. I cried.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what makes it hurt so much. Because, like, oh, it's being super horny again, and it has the weird rape monster, and there's just a lot of gross sexualization happening, and then it hits you at the end with this really nice and subtle show-don't-tell scene with the cat and this one Scarface dude and shit getting the cat, and it's really good. It's a really fucking good scene, and it shows, like, there's potential to this show, but also there's the horny fucking bullshit in the back, and that just pisses me off. I hate that both of these different things have to exist within this same show.
That is why I think, because after the horny ghost, they didn't really do any fan servicey scenes after that. That's why I'm fairly certain that this is where, like, the fan service is probably going to stop, because they're starting to get into more world building. There are good ghosts now, because, you know, the Scarface man, he had the cat, and he took it back, and he has the ghost of his cats and his wife.
Yeah, and it's implying that, like, she's actually gonna have, like, some kind of purpose for having these powers. Like, she'll use them for good.
Like, yeah, that ending really interested me with this episode.
Like, it was so good, and I like that they didn't bring attention to, like, all the stuff that happened. Like, I like that they just let you come to your own conclusions and don't, like, be like, oh, that one dude has evil cat spirits all around him. He must be a bad man who kills cats. No, they let you fill in the fucking blanks, and because it's kind of obvious.
I do have to say, I wonder what's gonna happen with that one girl with the pigtails that they keep showing. Like, there's definitely something about this chick.
I think she can also see ghosts.
Yeah.
I almost suspect that maybe she's, like, the one causing the ghosts or something.
Maybe, but I don't know. This strikes me as the kind of show that has the ghosts as a malicious force rather than someone causing it.
Yeah, I think she's...
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm assuming the girl with the Sour Patch Kids hair is... I think that she also can see ghosts, and that she's going to team up with Mieruko a bit later on, but she's going to be like, I've been doing this shit longer than you have. You just gotta kill that bit inside of you that feels emotions.
Oof.
I will bring up the thing I was gonna bring up earlier, which was, like, there was that one part where they're walking home and, like, Hana was talking about how she's gonna eat all of these, like, bagels or whatever. She's gonna eat all these donuts and she's gonna get all fat. And it was just like, oh no, my boobs are gonna get bigger. And it's like, God fucking damn it, anime, logic does not work that way.
You say that, but I've known friends in high school who talked like that, though.
I'm just saying, they were cowards for not making her a chubby girl just all around.
Yeah,
I know.
Just the boobs.
I know, but I had a friend in school who was just a garbage disposal, and they never got, like, they weren't, okay, this is the difference. They weren't a girl. They were my friend Kyle, but he was just a garbage disposal. He'd eat, like, 3 different meals from A&W, and he would still stay skinny as fuck.
Yeah, it's like, they could have gone that route. I've seen that in characters like fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo or whatever. Where, like, he eats like a monster and he's still rail thin. But, like, they had to go, like, this weird middle route where it's like, she has specifically just the booba.
Yeah.
Is the part that gets fat. Supposedly.
Oh.
She got the booba. She got the face for it. Rest of the body, nah.
Yeah, they had to... I'm just saying, like, they should have just gone all in my opinion, and made her just a chubby girl.
Yeah.
Instead of just having it specifically, like, this weird workaround just so they could have the excuse for boob.
I think even if she didn't eat a lot, they still would have given her big tits, I'm not gonna lie.
But why did they have to specifically bring up that part where it's like, oh no, if I eat too much, specifically just my boobs are gonna get bigger. I'm not, like, big, the rest of me, just my boobs.
Because that's a rumor that goes around high schools. Like, as someone who's fairly recently out of high school, that was definitely a rumor that went around mine. People would be like, oh, if you eat specific parts of you are gonna get bigger. Like, for guys, it was always supposed to be, like, they're like pecs that were supposed to get super big.
But
it's a high school thing. I agree I don't like the line, because, you know, a high school girl, but it is very much the way that high schoolers do talk.
I just thought it was kind of dumb. Personally, I would have just gone all in and made her just a chubby girl. But that's just me, though.
yeah, I agree. There's one thing that I really liked another thing I really liked about this episode, which was the line ghosts. I thought that was done really well. Like, I could tell that, like, the guy's gonna turn in front of her is gonna turn around and he's gonna be a ghost. And I'm like, oh no, the whole line's a ghost. And she's like, oh, I would have been fine. And then a big fucking ghost comes out and eats the front of the line.
I did have in my notes on that. I was just like, well, apparently she was in the vor fetishist line. Like, literally, people are lining up just to get eaten.
This is why you don't play Pokemon Go and walk, kids. Are we ready to card episode 2?
Yeah, I'm saying fuck. I like this show.
I'm gonna fuck episode 2 as well. I have faith that the fan service is gonna stop, because the entire cat segment didn't do it, and the entire cat segment was really good. I have faith. I'm gonna fuck this show still.
Listen, the cat segment at the end and stuff, that was really, really fucking good, but it doesn't make up, honestly for me, doesn't make up for the stuff that that happened at the beginning of the episode. Like, it was still gross, it was still creepy, it did not sell me on the fact that the show's gonna improve. At most, it just showed me that there is a good show trapped in the body of this ecchi trash. So, I'm gonna kill it still.
Fair. Hopefully next week it doesn't do any of the fan service and you will be on this ghost train with us.
Hopefully. I hope it gets better. I hope it's just the first 2 episodes that are that trashy.
And with that, all of our shows have been voted for. And that means
shit. We talked about everything in under 2 hours. Holy shit. I think this was our fastest episode 1 we've ever had.
Well, it helps that, like we said, at least like 2 of the shows, possibly 3, were like just there was nothing to say about them.
Yeah. On top of that, also we are missing 2 of our shows.
Yeah. But yeah, Visual Prison fucking dies.
Hey, I can't help it that you guys can't enjoy trash anymore. What happened to me? We used to be trash friends. We used to eat the trash, like, together with girlfriend.
Good.
I can enjoy the trash, but I'm gonna watch the better things first.
I'm gonna keep watching it. Sorry, go.
I was just saying, that show was good trash.
It's not worth.
Listen. I'm gonna keep watching Visual Prison. I don't care that it's dead. I'm gonna keep watching it because I think it's a better comedy than our actual comedies.
And that's fine. You can be our gravekeeper this year. Or this season.
No! I don't want to be Gilly.
Hey! Starving children in Africa would love to be Gilly.
There are children in Africa that could have eaten that anime.
But I am eating the garbage. I love the garbage. The garbage is my friend.
Well, if you're gonna be doing that, then you have to accept your role as the garbage.
You're the trash man. You throw garbage all into the ring.
Throw garbage, and I start eating the garbage. Holy shit, we gave out a lot of fuck votes this episode. I think it's safe to say we got a pretty fucking promising season on our hands.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna kill the one of them, but like I said, I'll give it at least one more chance.
And Visual Prison is
Hopefully
such a small property, I can't even find a good screenshot for it.
Yeah. So.
And
Sorry.
I was gonna say I still think I like the character design of that boss from fucking Senpai is annoying.
Oh yeah,
He
the
looks
dude
like
who's
Combo Gumbo to me, and I like it. I like that.
he's just a mustache.
Yeah.
He's a mustache in a suit. Oh, I forgot to bring it up, but also in the Senpai one, when they go to the fast food restaurant, the fucking employee with like the horribly drawn smiley face.
Right.
You can tell that beneath that dude is super depressed.
Yeah, it felt very much like that one like meme image where the guy has the smiley mask on, but he's just crying underneath.
I like how he wanted the Happy Meal. Or she wanted the Happy Meal, I mean.
Yeah, I do like that about her character. Like I said, she underneath it all, she is just like this adorable sweetie, but she's trying so hard. She feels like she has to try so hard to like be seen as a person, as a fully grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope she gets more confidence to just accept her cringe.
Accept that you are cringe.
Yes. I am cringe, but I am free.
Alright, and I don't think we're going to talk about the Graveyard Tour because we haven't watched anything yet.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to just jump in and immediately start nerding out about Ghost in the Shell, I'll save you guys that for now.
For now.
For now, I will talk about how I'm watching Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 2. Because that show is fucking great, and you will hear about it. But I'll save it for now.
Yeah. I'm happy this episode went so well.
Yeah, but I think that is an episode. Like, I keep wanting to fill for time, because, like, this is a first episode, and we're, like, kept excellent time. Like, this was a super short one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I guess hopefully next time we'll have like more to build on, because like we said, most of this is just one episode of these things. There's not a lot going for it yet.
Mm-hmm. A lot of setup.
Yeah, a lot of setup. We'll have to see where these go.
Yeah, and we have our first death of the season. So, yeah.
Visual Prison is dead, sadly. There was only 3 knives that were given out this episode. Holy shit.
4. You killed both episodes of Mieruko-Chan.
Right, 4. Killed both episodes of Mieruko-Chan. Right. So, yeah. That has been us. I believe that's a podcast.
Yes, it is. Thank you for joining us, Ember. How was your first episode?
I am enjoying this. Thank you for bringing me on. I'm excited to see how this is gonna go for next time.
Yeah.
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 I do have a little announcement that I'd like to make. Saying that we use Mal so heavily, my anime list so heavily over the course of this podcast, we've decided that we've made a profile for the FMK as itself. So if you'd like to go and check out the total list of every show that we have watched and talked about on this show, including ones that we killed and ones that we are currently watching, check out FMK_anime on Mal. I'll be keeping it as up to date as I possibly can. So yeah, you can take a look at all the anime that we're watching and where we're at and what we're going to be watching next and talking about. I think that was a terrible description of what it was, but you get it. It's a Mal.
Keep
sorry?
up to date on us.
Yeah. But besides that, hey, Ember, where can they find more of you at?
Like I said, yeah, you can find me at Ember the Unusual on Twitter. That's pretty much just it.
Meep, where can they find you?
You can find me at Soul_King777 on Twitter. However, if you are a minor, do not follow me, or else I will throw you into the sun, or make you star in the live-action adaptation of Mieruko-Chan. Don't tempt me.
Woof!
F.
But yeah, with that, we've been the Anime FMK. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You seem to want to see adult situations so much. Why don't you live through them?